Okay, there we go. And that's how you do it. Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to part 2 of this super long stream VOD. Hello, everyone who's in chat on Twitch. You saw me do a magical transition, of which, smoke and mirrors. Man, did you know that food is good for you? It's so good for you. Wow. I'm feeling energized after eating a bunch of mini sausages and Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Let's go. It's time to jump, King. Magic. It's the ultimate chemistry. Biochemistry. There was a great comic the other day. You know, you remember Adam from the BuzzFeed comics? Adam Draws or something like that, Adam Tots. And he made all those very cringy BuzzFeed comics that everybody made fun of. Yeah, he's actually been putting out like his own personal comics now, and they're quite good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that he's away from BuzzFeed and able to do his own thing. No, wrong, bad. But he put up a comic the other day, and it's like discovering something new in chemistry, and it showed a person holding like an award and thanking people. It's like in biology, and it showed a person like in a hazmat suit with a gun, like, oh God, I've discovered something new in biology. Time to hide myself from the world. There are people going to kill me for this. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know, right? Ridiculous. Just can't get away from the fact that your 8th grade biology textbook might have changed. All right. The nice thing about these sort of games is that they are very commutative. Once you get to a new area, they really let you kind of grind up that area until you can get really good at it. And then when you fall back down in that area, it doesn't feel nearly as bad because, you know, you've kind of you're closing in on mastery, right? It becomes almost an automatic sort of thing. But actually, I want to talk about biochemistry. One of the things that I've always found the most fascinating is epigenetics. Ooh, epigenetics. Very cool. So what that is essentially that when you're born, you don't need all of your DNA sequencing all at once, right? You got to make your baby teeth before you make your normal teeth. But there's also like, you know, in your DNA, there's the sequences for hormones and the sequence of genes that will eventually make you go bald or stuff like that. There's stuff that you don't need as a baby, right? And so how your body handles that is it curls up the DNA. It curls it up so that when the DNA is copied into a new cell, only the relevant part is copied and the curled part is ignored because it's curled up away from what's being copied. Makes perfect sense, right? Well, they discovered that there are certain genes that, you know, everybody would want, right? Like the eat anything and be skinny gene, or the grow a shitload of muscle gene, or the have perfect hair gene, right? And these genes are, epigenetics is such an interesting study. It is. These genes are partially like inherited. Like if you have blonde hair, if both your parents have blonde hair, you're probably gonna have blonde hair, right? But if your parents went gray early, then your gray hair gene is going to start expressing itself sooner than maybe other people's. And that's true for other genes, like those genes that like build muscle, have a nice butt, have a, I don't know. Like there are genes that tell your body grow muscle because you have muscles, right? But at some point they turn off or they switch to a different pattern of growth. Why? The answer is epigenetics. Your DNA gets some sort of signal hormonally that you've reached a certain point in your development. You don't need to grow more muscle. So they turn off those genes, right? But the thing is, thanks mom and dad for this banger butt. Yeah, that is how it be. No! So perfectly poised. But the thing is, right? They've discovered that there are some genes that just everyone has, like the muscle growth gene, right? Everybody's got it, but people's defaults are different and people's genes turn off at different times. Your defaults are set by your parents. More specifically, they're set by your parents a year before conception and for the mother during pregnancy. So if your dad was like, if your mom and dad were both in the army and then they had you as a baby, then your muscle growth genes are going to be off the charts, right? Because your parents were doing heavy workouts every day and their defaults were built towards muscle growth, right? What that means is that if you want to start seeing a change in yourself that is like genetic sort of change, like not maybe like a hair color, eye color sort of change, but like muscle or fat loss, right? That you're not genetically already predisposed to. You can actually change your defaults. It takes a lot of work, like a year, but you can do it. If you eat right for a whole year, your body will start to accept that it's getting its nutrition that way, and it will start to change the hormones that cause the cravings for different things. And a year is a long time when it comes to changing a habit like that, right? Work out for a whole year. Most people don't even get through January. But if you can do it, you can literally change yourself. You look at these stories of these people who are hugely overweight, and then they talk about they made the decision to do something every day, and then a year later they've lost like triple digits in pounds or even kilograms, right? It's insane, but there's a genetic basis for it, right? Yeah, they are predisposed to put on weight, but through effort you can change your predispositions. Most of them. There are, of course, genetic things like gender, hair and eye color that you have a little bit more trouble with. If I just train my muscles to be more masculine every day, they will be. Actually, that's something that a lot of trans people go through, I hear, is going to the gym because they're not satisfied with their body and they assume it's a fitness thing. My uncle used to gain weight and lose it like crazy every few years. It was crazy to see. Yeah, and I think that is, I mean, like you look at an actor like Christian Bale, gaining and losing weight for all his roles. It is also kind of a thing that you can control. but it is definitely something that is, you know, you have to approach it in a conscious way. Because if you're just like, well, I'm going to get super ripped, but then once I'm super ripped, I'm like, now I can eat whatever I want. And then when I eat whatever I want, I get sad and fat. So I'm going to get super ripped again. Like that's emotional. That's reactionary. That's not controlled. It's probably not the healthiest way to do it. So it's not a fitness thing, but the gym helps with your health, especially if you're taking testosterone like yourself. It's good to keep working out. Otherwise, you'd be very likely to gain weight. Yeah. Testosterone, a lot of it can lead to the beer belly. I'm so aware. I got the dad bod. But, you know, it's something to work on, right? It's something I've noticed that myself as well. You know, when I work out, I feel good. I lose weight. Yeah, I felt that. When I work out, I lose weight, feel good. It is hard to lose. Yeah, it's one of the first places you put on weight for people with male hormones. And one of the things that I've learned, so there's no such thing as spot fat removal, which is the myth that, you know, if you work out your ab exercises, you'll lose fat in your abs, right? That's not true. What will happen is your ab muscles will get bigger, and so they will become more visible. But you won't lose more fat in your abs more than anywhere else. Where you lose fat is the last place you put it on. So if you start to notice that your like face is getting chubby, your cheeks are getting chubby, perfect time to work out, because if that's the last place you put on fat, then it'll probably be one of the first places that you'll lose fat. Now that said, one of the first places most male presenting people put on fat is the belly. So you basically have to work your way through all the other fat in order to get to losing that one. Whisper voice. Okay. Whisper voice time. But yeah, cardio is good for burning fat. It is, but only from a calorie intake outtake standpoint. Weightlifting is equally valuable because when you have more muscle mass, your body naturally burns more calories. So a mix of weightlifting and cardio is the best for losing weight, because then you get a slow burn from your weightlifting by increasing the amount of muscle mass that your body is producing. But also you get the concentrated fast burn, which also helps with your endurance and heart health. So yeah, both are good. Actually doing both is best. Testosterone also gives you huge hunger cravings when you first started, which doesn't help with the weight gain too. I've heard that. And it makes me think that maybe dudes just eat a lot. Maybe they just, that's all they know, right? All they know is just having eaten a lot. And then when people born as women start to do testosterone, they're like, oh my God, why am I so hungry? But in reality, it's just, you've gained the male appetite. Meow, meow. And let me tell you, the male appetite is a real flippin' thing. I remember when my brother was a teenager, he would eat like 5 bowls of cereal a day, plus whatever else we were eating as a family. I mean, I'm sure I'm not much better, but it's easier to see those sort of things when they're not happening to you. I just remember being hungry all the time. You know what I think I ate a lot of? Peanut butter. Holy crap. I ate peanut butter like a fiend. Still kind of do when I can get it. Nuts are good. I love nuts in all forms. Peanuts, walnuts, peanuts, pineapple shells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. Wait, it's pineapple smells. Oh, perfect time for that impression. Walnuts, peanuts, pineapple smells, grapes, melons, oranges, and coconut shells. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt. Put your hands together if you're gonna clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Meow. Blue's like, what are you doing? Ring the bell on the northern tower thrice, and your deepest wish is granted. Clap, clap, clap. Put your hands together if you want to clap. Still not as good of a call for clapping as everybody clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap. God, when I was attending high school, that was like the jam. But it was just a line dance, really, right? It just happened to become the most popular line dance of the many line dances of the era, of which there were a few. The electric slide was so popular, but electric slide has that weird like 18 bar dance pattern to it, right? You add a 2-beat dance slide to the end of the 16 bar dance, and so you get this kind of rotating dance pattern. It's really cool, but it's kind of awkward to learn. Same, yeah. I envisioned that you and I probably went to high school in the same area. Once I had finished my compulsory elementary school human education, I decided to go on through the high school and college. You know, it's just the best way for a Chimera to learn about human culture. Although I don't think so anymore. Did you know that schooling is inefficient? Incredible. We could talk a lot about the inefficiency of schooling. I don't know if you know of the blogger called Mr. Money Mustache. He's a finance blogger, personal finance, and one of those financially independent, retire early people. Probably one of the original ones, actually. But he had his son homeschooled for a little while, and then he sent his son to high school, and his son came back and made this like hour-and-a-half long professionally edited video thing with music he composed himself to protest to his father why, you know, public schools were run inefficiently. And his dad's like, well, I can't argue with you there, so you can go if you want to. But it's a really fascinating video, and he talks about this idea of teachers as a resource are much more impactful as teachers as an instructor, which is just an insane concept to think about. Because if you think about it, how many things are you learning as an adult? You're probably still learning a lot of stuff, right? But you learn it through like code bullet videos, right? You learn about AI through code bullet videos, or you learn a language through Duolingo, right? There are people who have created these programs that are pedagogically sound and really provide access to learning that is insanely good. And what is the teacher supposed to do in the face of that, right? You're not going to be you're not going to be as engaging and informative on a topic as a 10-minute YouTube video. So how do you justify like having a job as a teacher when you could basically like put together some research and make a YouTube video, and all of a sudden, you never have to teach again, right? You never have to teach that topic again. Well, the answer is teachers as resources, right? Invariably, there's going to be people who don't understand the material. And what you do in those situations is you use the teacher as the resource. You use the teacher as the further explanation. And that way, step A, teacher doesn't have to go through boring lesson for the 5th year in a row. Step B, students who don't need help can pass the class, and students who do need help actually have the time to get help. And C, those students who need help get one-on-one help. Holy crap. So good of a model. And this kid is like, we could do that for any college class. What's stopping us? If teachers are already teaching out of the textbook, why can't we turn that textbook into a video lecture series, right? Why does it have to be a physical lecture series? And my mind was just blown. Like, the inefficiency in teaching the old way is just, my God, we have the resources. We could turn education into like a fucking genius producing machine, right? But we don't, because teachers gotta be teaching. And that makes a lot of sense. I'm in college. I had a teacher who took a more secondhand approach by teaching by letting the students figure out through storytelling, give us huge packets of resources for very real industry information to apply our work. Such an amazing teacher. Just like that, everything was hands-on and quick. Yes. Like, if you're a teacher with industry experience, I don't want you to read out of a textbook. I want to learn about your industry experience. I want to get up to speed on what you know as quickly as possible, so I can start benefiting from the cool things and interesting insights you've learned by being in the field, right? That's the good shit. That's why I'm bothering to sign up for this particular college or this particular teacher. And honestly, that's something that I really liked in music school. So when I went to college, I went to college for music composition, and the classes obviously followed the textbook example. But when I was actually being taught composition, it was, hi, I'm a professional composer. I'm your teacher now. You're going to learn how to compose like I do, and then do with that what you want. And I'm like, yes, please teach me your style. Teach me your experience. And now I've got my own style, right? But it's a result of many of the things that I learned in those classes. On the other hand, we had a teacher that came in right off the field, taught in a very strict book-like manner. Honestly, a lot more students struggled and failed with him. Yeah, and it's kind of like exactly what you said with math. Like, I want to know what this job is going to be. I don't really care what a book says I should be doing. I want to know what my job is going to be like, right? I want to know what I'm going to use on the job. When I took some accounting courses, I learned a lot of stuff. But when I went to do a accounting and finance job, I didn't use hardly any of it. All the systems that they wanted me to use were different. I had to learn everything from scratch again because, yeah, they had their own systems. They didn't use imagine that, they didn't use like the paper-based bookkeeping system. Working out credits and debits for accounts, yeah, it's all handled by the computer. Easy peasy. Literally, if you don't know something, you can just plug it in. Freestyle rap back up to the top. Let's go. So you're trying to get a job as a teacher, but you see that kids don't care. What's the deal? So anyway, they just stand around and look at their phones and the YouTube videos that they like to see. Well, what if you were not just a teacher, but a YouTube videographer, and you made a little video for your students to teach them what they needed to know? Then you could spend your time working on the kids who didn't quite get something, answering questions, exploring the material, and talking about real world applications. Wouldn't that be sick? Real world applications. Now, I've had some good teachers in my time, and yeah, one of the best math teachers that I had talked about real world applications. We had a problem. It was the Ferris wheel problem. I remember it distinctly, just like yesterday. He threw it on the board and we had to figure it out as a class, just like mathematicians would, in a real math lab environment. All calculators open, all books open. It was a complicated ass problem. Ferris wheels basically on top of smaller Ferris wheels. And we had to figure out ratio and speed and how much rotational shit there was. It was so damn complicated. But by the end of the class, we still hadn't figured it out. So he gave us a little bit of extra time, and as a class, we worked it out. He gave us some hints, he gave us some time, and eventually we got to a solution we liked. Now, he ended up telling us that the solution we got wasn't the one he thought. But what a cool situation, what a cool problem. He even said that this problem was not one we were expected to solve. Our grade wasn't based on it. And hot damn, what a freeing feeling. Like, okay, I kind of have mixed feelings about the teacher because he was super conservative, and in the mid 2000s, that meant like very gung-ho patriotism and just the inklings of believing that climate change is a hoax, like really, really dumb stuff for a really smart math teacher like him to be into. Super religious too. So I have a lot of conflicted feelings on him, but god dang, the guy could teach. Like, he told us that there was one day in his class that was coming up where everything we had learned in the class so far would be brought together into a single equation. And we're like, okay, but none of us were that excited. But the fact that he kept bringing it up, we were like, okay, when's the big day? Come on, tell us. And he's like, almost here, almost here. And when we finally got there, it was just a day of him explaining Euler's theorem, which, very cool theorem. And I just remember being like, okay, that was worth it. Like, not just taught, but entertained, right? Like, captivated by this idea that all these disparate concepts that we've been kind of putting together and working on all came together in this neat little formula, which basically encompasses the 5 most important numbers in mathematics. Like, it was such a good day. And maybe that's where my love of math springs, is Euler's theorem day. Maybe we'll see. Truly a glorious day it was. But yeah, this idea of teachers as resources, so good. Teachers as textbook readers, horrible. I mean, even teachers don't like textbooks. So why would they resort to using the textbooks? The reason is because their supervisors ask them to, right? Your supervisor says, well, this textbook company is paying us a lot of money to use their textbooks, so we're going to use their textbooks. Or we're paying this textbook company a lot of money to use their textbooks, so you better use this flippin' textbooks. I think if I had better teachers, I would have liked the idea of math, because I really love the idea of it. I see. I feel the exact same way about history. In school, I really hated history. And we can chalk that up to partially being because I was being taught American history. And American history is just Oh, it's a war. Feel bad. It's another war. Then feel bad some more. A war. Feel bad. A war. Today we're talking about a war. And yeah, I'm not into it. But I got my first taste of like well-taught history in college. I had the option, I had to take a language course, and I had the option to take US history is so dull. Yeah, it really is. And it's so short too. Like you spend your unit on like the civil rights movement, and they're like, oh, this happened long ago and now we're happy and all unified. And I'm like, that was like the 1960s, right? My dad was alive then. Come on. Chimera Dad was already in the human world. Chimera Dad. But, oh yeah, nice. Got it. But my first taste of actual well-taught history was in college. I had to take a language course, and I'd forgotten most of my high school Spanish, so I didn't want to take Spanish language. But they had a Spanish culture course, which turned out to be But the follow-up course to that, because I had to take a two-part course, was Latin American culture. And hot dang, Latin American culture is wild. And I had a teacher who was from there and wasn't like showed us like movies and videos and like talked about the revolution and wasn't afraid to talk about the fact that like, you know, there was a lot of like mysterious assassinations and coups in Latin America, right? Just happening to coincide with the implementation of like a socialist government voted for by the people. Whoa, how weird that these resource-rich countries would all of a sudden be faced with such a dilemma. Yeah, it was a good class. Plus, the guy had an amazing accent. He was always like, "Are there any questions? Yes or no? Yes or no?" Like literally, that's how he sounded, and it was just a treat. It was just a treat being in that class. It wasn't even that long ago, and a lot of the history is very censored compared to what actually happened. Yeah, I mean, earlier I was singing "How the World Works" by Bo Burnham. You know, the simple narrative taught in every history class is demonstrably false and pedagogically classist. Have you watched Bo Burnham's Inside? Such a good piece of art, honestly. No, why'd I do that? I love Inside so much. I think it's going to go down as a iconic piece of art for the feeling of living through the pandemic. Right? The feeling of the world and capitalism just getting so much worse around you while you are stuck inside for your own safety. Right? Just capture the feeling of a generation. Why don't you, Bo Burnham? It's so good. I hope that in oh, nice. I hope that in 10, 15, 20 years, I hope that Inside in its entirety is shown to kids studying this era of American history. Because if you want to be real, American history has gotten a lot less dull in the past, 30 to 40 years. There's a lot more going on now. Oh boy, is there. that's a big part of why we left, because my wife, who is a very political person, was getting so overwhelmed by the depth of the hopelessness of it. And it really is ridiculously bleak when you get into some of the stuff. I mean, the Supreme Court doing all this bullshit that they're doing right now is just kind of the final nail in the coffin for a lot of stuff that's been going on for a long time. It's horrifying. And I hate to say it, but my ticket to German citizenship might be applying for asylum. I feel bad for all my friends and family in America, but like, not everyone can do what we do. That's why we are leaving too, to be honest. My wife being a woman, and me being a trans man, we aren't really safe here anymore. We live in a border zone too, so we're risked there too. Yeah. You mentioned living close to Mexico, so yeah, anywhere in the South, just not a good place for a loving, non-traditional couple to be in. Angel, welcome back. How have you been? How's your day been going? I have been literally just here. Although you might notice I made it to the False King's Keep. No, not far enough. Funny story about moving out of the country because of sexuality or politics. Angel actually just did that. We're in the north now, but even still, glad you're all thriving out there, though. Oh, surviving at the moment is more like it. But yeah, the big thing for us is right now, we were able to move here because we had enough savings to do so. You know, the nice thing about America is they do pay you a lot for random office work. It's really what it felt like. I got paid a lot for random office work. And now I need to find a job that can support us. I have a job. Just not a very well-paying one. Well, not a very busy one. It pays perfectly fine. No. Oof. You're almost done unpacking? Nice. It took us a while to unpack. But I think it's important for the mental health to clear out the boxes. Oof. 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 And that's a lot of cats. You know it. Actually, that totally should be a punishment. Kimelo, hi there again. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're just about to do a punishment, but there's more people in chat now. Yay. And we're talking about not to be invasive, but more Polish rap. We were talking about Polish rap earlier. I have to do a new voice now. Please don't leave. I don't want to be alone. You know that an hour ago, White2115 posted a new song, actually 3 songs. Oh, wow. What good timing to be introduced to a band and then immediately have new stuff to listen to. How wonderful. All right. That's enough of that. No, that's cool. We were talking about Polish music here earlier, and you got accepted to your studies? Oh, Were you applying to go to university or something? I don't know how the system works. More voice like college. Well, congratulations. I don't know how college works in Poland, but that's a big deal. Being accepted to your studies is very important. We've got to learn how to be better people, but in Europe. Oh, I see. It's just called studies. Oh, that makes sense. Very cool. Yeah, I know that they call things a little differently in Europe. Like in Britain, they call it university or something like that. Oh, by the way, I have a question for you, Kimelo. When you speak English, do people say that you speak in a particular accent? Because I've noticed that a lot of German speakers don't speak in an American or even British accent. They have like hints of Scottish or Irish sometimes. You're not speaking a lot of English. Well, that's fair. That's fair. There's a friend. One of my wife's friends is German, but she lives with an Irish roommate, and so when she speaks English in an Irish accent. And it's it throws you a little bit, because when you're an English speaker, you assume that if somebody is speaking in an Irish accent, they speak Irish, right? They're from Ireland. I think it's talking a little bit like Slovenian English. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what I would expect, right? You don't like to try hard American or British accent? That's fair. That's fair. One of the things that I came to accept early on is that I'm just going to speak German with an American accent. Like, I can. You can find it a little cringe. I can try my best to. What am I doing over here? I'm literally just being behind these cats doing nothing. Okay, there we go. Like, I can try to do the German accent the best I can, but there are certain vowel sounds and consonant sounds that I've never done before. Okay, stretch and hydrate. We're gonna do the full body stretch because we should. Water. So good. I love water. And if you don't love water, I mean, get hydrated, fool. Yeah. Speaking in a certain language builds your jaw muscles differently, I think. It literally does. You learn that when if you ever learn Japanese, you'll learn that the extremely stereotypical Japanese accent is actually like how they just pronounce certain words because they don't have the sounds in their language to express certain words. Right? So, what's a good one? Instead of saying France, they say like Anzu, which is the literal. Some sounds are just weird in other languages. Exactly. Like, is the literal pronunciation of the katakana that they use to describe the country France. And if you were to say to a Japanese person, France, ni sundeimasu, right? I am living in France. They wouldn't understand what you're saying. You'd have to say, Furansu ni sundeimasu. And they'd be like, oh, Furansu, yeah. Hi. Yeah, Polish does have some weird letters. I'm not even sure how you pronounce those. But yeah, if you're a Japanese person and somebody tells you that there's a difference between R and L, then you're like, okay, one is and one is what's the difference? I'm sure that no one can who isn't familiar with Polish. I do have some German heritage, but a majority of my ancestral background is Polish. I feel a little bad that I can't read or speak Polish very well. But yeah, it's just not a very common language to learn in America, and I really haven't had an opportunity to need it or do it. I mean, obviously I'm learning 2 languages at once right now, but those, like, Japanese is for personal reasons and German is because I want to survive in Germany. I'm sure I'll have time to learn Polish eventually, and I would like to pick up some Polish. You can try to see a difference in like Google Translate. Ich packe jetzt seit ein paar Tagen aus. You've been unpacking for a few days now, eh? I'm actually pretty happy with my German comprehension, at least for simple sentences. Okay. One thing that they don't teach you in language courses is that the early stuff that they teach you, like hello, goodbye, nice to meet you, that sort of stuff, that is like 90% of what you will say to people when you're in that country, right? Super important to know, super important to learn, but it will not help you whatsoever when it comes to reading. When it comes to reading signs and stuff like that, because nobody puts like hello on a sign. They put like the name of their business, or like, you know, please pay for your parking here, or use this lane to cross traffic, right? Stuff like that you don't learn in basic language courses. So you can know a language and even talk to people in that language and feel confident about your speaking ability. But then you did help me learn a new word. Wünschen? Angry. But if you go to that country and you try to like look around and pick up words, oh man, it's hard. And especially in German and Japanese, because German, they make the like uber nouns where they just smash all the words together. And Japanese, they do the kanji. So even if you know how to pronounce Japanese and read the hiragana, you'll almost certainly not be able to read the shop signs, because they just use hiragana. They just use kanji for everything. And people in Japan know kanji. Simple as that. Which, by the way, I love kanji. Ugh. Maybe I do need to learn how to say the word angry in German. But I'm not a very angry person. I'd be more likely to say ist wütend than, ich bin wütend. How old am I? Well, according to my VTuber lore, I'm in my 300s, 342 years old. But I came to the human world just over 30 years ago. So there you go. Interpret that as you will. Gotta stay on lore. It's a VTuber. Important VTuber time. Important VTuber needs. Have you fed and watered your VTuber? Have you listened to your VTuber's lore? Ich bin wütend. Warum bist du wütend? Warum bist du wütend, mein Freund? That character on the screen is some anime stuff. Yeah, it's not from an anime. It's a character that I designed and one of my friends helped draw. She was actually on in the chat a little while ago. But yeah, I animated it up so it could move, and now I'm a VTuber. VTubing. Powerful. The powerful lip muscles of the VTuber. Virtual YouTubers, I think, is what it originally was, but now it's just become anyone who uses a digital avatar. What do I think about tattoos? I'm for them. I actually have one tattoo, and I am waiting for my opportune moment to get another one. But yeah, we'll see. For me, it has to be like the concept has to really resonate with me. Like my current tattoo is the number 42, and I like the number 42. It's my favorite number. It's also an important number in the book series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, one of my favorite book series of all times. But 42 has another special significance to me. And basically, it helps me remember that, you know, I need to focus my efforts on self-improvement and self-awareness as opposed to kind of waiting for my ship to come in. That's an important concept for me. Yeah. Ich werde mir keine Pausen gönnen. Pausen? Pausen tattoos? I have deep L up. Give breaks? Pausen. Ah. Ich werde mir keine Pausen. You're not going to give yourself a break? Think he's going for a break? Well, kinda is no. So I think he's talking about unpacking. He's not going to give himself a break. So here's a question. Obviously, you know English. Do you speak any other languages? I imagine living in Europe, you pick up languages just around, right? Dakota, who was on here earlier, and I were talking about how in the US you really don't get the opportunity to learn a whole lot of languages. Like maybe one in high school, and then any others just because you are interested in them, right? Polish, maybe a little German because I had it in school, but very little. Fair. That's how I feel about Spanish. I had Spanish in school, very little. You have 2 tattoos, almost 3. Oh, I know about 2 of your tattoos. Are you planning on getting a 3rd one? I mean, this is a very important moment in your life, and you do use tattoos to. Angel sees tattoos as moments to commemorate big occasions to remember by, which is cool. It's a good way to do it. For me, I need to have some sort of story, right? There are a couple tattoos that I'd be willing to get, I think. I want to get a tattoo with my wife. Like a couple's tattoo. Isn't that cute? But she's afraid of needles. It's a fear like she's still working on getting over. So I'm worried that she wouldn't be down for tattoos, even though the needles are very small and not needle-like at all. It's a psychological thing, you know. What? It is. I'm going to have with my girlfriend a couple tattoo. Oh, what's the do you have a plan for it? Oh, crap. Okay, full send. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Camilo, you're here. You're back. I did the Kobe once. I did the Kobe once. The story behind it is that we both wanted to have the same tattoo before we even knew each other. That's cute. Nice. Yeah, you have to go do that. Planning to get the same tattoo. Now that's just adorable. Nice. Good recovery. It'd be a Lily of the Valley. Ooh, very cool. I like the idea of flower tattoos. My uncle had a flower tattoo. Although he told me that it was because he was in the army. And so I was like, oh, well, can I have a tattoo? And they were like, no. They were liars. People have the same thing, but in two different styles. Ah, I see. Very cool. No, that's kind of perfect. It matches, but you know, shows off the difference, which I think is important in a relationship. You've got to connect with each other and know each other really well, but you've also got to know your own strength and weaknesses and support your partner through their strengths and weaknesses. I've totally missed this wheel. Your parents are opposed to having tattoos. That's why I make them places like under the shirt. Yeah, that's good. You can put them somewhere like on a foot or a leg as well. Somewhere that your parents shouldn't be looking. Space Mang, still playing? Yes, I am. One tattoo has the date of when me and my short king got married. The other one I have with the first anime me and him sit down and watch. Oh, right. Tokyo Ghoul. Third one is going to be about two tattoos coming together, making one big one. That's cute. Bird, get it. I don't know how to get the bird. How do you get the bird? I know that you can buy boots with the gold coin, right? I mean, at this point, I might as well try to get the bird because, oh, nice. Because I've done this part so many times now, it doesn't even faze me. Like, this is nothing. This is nothing. This is not. I'll do. Sing. Let's sing. Let's sing a song. What are we gonna sing? What are we gonna sing? Oh yeah. I know what we're gonna sing. From that far right cage, you can send full left. Yes, that's what I've been doing. All right, I have to do a song, so we're gonna sing, and the song is a classic. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. I wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Burn like a wicker cabinet, struck wide and oh so frail. Might see our time has gotten stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall. This is the super secret way that Space Bang taught me. With some praises, I think sick like... Oh, crap. I moved too far forward. Turns and I exhale. I would swallow my pride, I would choke on the rinds, but the lack thereof would leave me empty inside. Swallow my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing. I wanna put my tender heart in a blender, watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion. Rendezvous, then I'm through with you. Oh God, can you tell that I've been talking for 12 hours? All right. That's enough singing. That's enough singing. Yes, Angel is gay and has a super awesome short king. What American rappers do you like? My top rapper at the moment is probably Kendrick Lamar, but just he's so good. It's not really fair comparing him to other rappers right now. Rappers I grew up with, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, rappers I like currently, I've been really into Cardi B, like actually a good rapper, and Megan Thee Stallion, also very good. Also, WAP, Wet Ass Pussy, is just hilarious as a song. Let's see. I can respect Kanye for his production, but he is such an asshole. I don't like him. His music sounds really good, though. That's all I can say about Kanye. Let's see. Who else is big? Let's see. I didn't really get into the wave of SoundCloud rappers as much, but there are some really good tracks that I've heard. Okay, so it's been a few hours. Welcome back, Pluto. Polo G. I think I've heard of them. I think I just recently heard of them. Where did I hear about them? Watsky is good. And, you know, props for being a white rapper. I always got to know who the good white rappers are. Do you count Death Grips as rap? Because I do. God damn. MC Ride is amazing. Amazing just vocalist. All right. What's my punishment this time? Pluto, welcome back. How are you? You don't know them? It might not be your style. It's a little bit more experimental. But MC Ride and Death Grips is just excellent. Anya. Nia. Wow. All right. Speed run back to the top. Ready, set, go. Sleep was good. I'm glad to hear that. Let me pull up some Death Grips. Cause I just want to listen to Death Grips. That's all. Yeah, the most popular song. We'll go for that. Death Grips. If you haven't heard Death Grips before, it's something. It's definitely one of the music of all time. Oki, it's a Polish rapper, speed rapper. Nice. There's something you haven't been able to find in your unpacking. Ooh, I hate it when that happens. We had a whole list of everything. Like, we wrote down everything, and there were still some things that just disappeared. I have no idea how. Yeah, this is rap. This is probably one of the more tame Death Grip songs as well. But it's so good. Yeah! Goes it, goes it, goes it, goes it, goes guilty! Yeah! He's just such a good vocalist. And the guy who produces the tracks is a drummer. Oh my god. Some of the drum tracks on Death Grip songs are just all right, that's enough Death Grips. Thank you. You think your short king left them in Hawaii? Uh-oh. That can happen. You just leave something, you leave something in a bag or on a plane and all of a sudden it's on the other side of the world. Oh, that was a good jump. Do you like Slovians, like warrior songs? Ooh, is that like, so I'm into, I guess you call it folk metal, right? The various sorts of like Viking metal or Irish metal. Cyrus Viking? Ooh, okay. Yeah. I would say folk metal is how I would. Wow, came right up. Cyrus Viking. Here, okay. Here's a song with 80 million views. Yeah, let's try that. It's not too late, yo. I think that just a musician. Yeah, I think that it takes a little while to kind of figure out what you want to do in life. Speaking as someone in their 30th year in the human world, I definitely feel like my journey has taken a winding path, but I'm really starting to nail down kind of who I want to be and what I want to do, right? And it's something that I have to come to terms with, like, yeah, there are people who are doing what I want to do and they started earlier than me, but that's okay. I want to do what I want to do, and I want to do it in a way that is best and right for me, right? Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy and peasy. It's only been 13 hours. It's not that big of a deal that I'm still going, right? Endurance streamer Isaac is born. Plus, I get to say hi to all these people who I don't normally get to see. You learned how to cook when you were young? How young do you think you should be when you learn how to cook? The problem is that I'm really scared about someone's thoughts about what I do, like my family and friends. Yeah, I get that. I think it's important to consider, like, whose opinions do you care the most about, right? And that can be quite a few people's opinions, but then you have to ask yourself, are those people's concerns, like, more important than me doing what I want to do, right? Because people do be having concerns about your life. Nope. Even recorded like 20 songs, but I was too shy to show them to anyone. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to show your art to anyone. Really. I mean, I know I'm here playing video games in front of all these people and making TikToks that are like music that I'm just shoving out there for everyone to see. I showed one to my girlfriend. I was so ashamed that I was shaking for like 20 minutes. It's so different making something for yourself and listening to it and thinking about how it is versus showing it to someone and thinking about how they would react to it. No, too much, too far. Ow. All right, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Because when you're making it for yourself, you're trying to compare it to what you can hear inside your head, right? Which, you know, you might not get it perfect, but you'll probably get it close, right? But when you show it to someone else, you're all of a sudden comparing it to everything that you and they have heard together, which is all like professionally recorded, super awesome sounding stuff. Also, my dream is to record a song for her, but I don't know if I will any day. I'm too shy. I think one of the most important things that I've learned is that the stuff that you think of as good music is made by teams of people. It's made by so many people. All these people have spent so long all working together on this thing. And it's so easy to look at these amazing, complex masterpieces of technology and art and think to yourself, wow, that's music. That's just what music is. But in fact, it's not, right? Music is, you know, it can be whatever you need it to be. It doesn't have to sound like some polished masterpiece. And if that's what you're comparing yourself to, then of course it's going to feel very intimidating when you're trying to put your own stuff together. Like if we're talking about cooking, a good age is 13. I learned it when I was 10. Yeah, you don't want to be too young to learn cooking because there's like knives and fire involved. But with cooking, right? If you make something for your friends and family to eat, you know, they're not going to compare you to like a 5-star chef. But when people sing, oh my gosh, it's like all everybody's ever heard of professional singing is auto-tuned, auto-produced, like professional stuff, which sounds, let's be honest, it really does sound good. So when they hear amateur singing, they're like, oh, you don't sound good. But they're literally saying, you don't sound like a professional. You don't sound like someone who's spent decades crafting their art, because that's literally all they know. Music is tough. Music is a tough business. That's why I've taken the approach of just making stuff and not worrying about how it sounds. Because guess what? As long as I keep making stuff, it'll eventually sound good. Just like as long as I keep jumping up Jump King, eventually, the Jump King will be, I will become the Jump King. As long as I jump knight my way to the top. I haven't thought to become a ghostwriter because you can write very nice lyrics. That's a lie. You have been compared to a 5-star chef. If you've been compared to a 5-star chef, I'm sure it was either in a good way or ironically or in a mean way. And none of those are really what I'm talking about. I also write some poems for my girlfriend. Very romantic. Dang, we got some romantic dudes in the chat here. I love it. Cooking for husbands, writing poems for girlfriends. Does my heart good. Kana, you're just in time. Tell us something you do that's romantic for your partner. Kana Peachy, also hello, good morning. How are you? I promise I've made it a lot further than this. I know the last time you were here, we were about at this point as well. But now look, I have a baseball hat. I've found the cap of fashion. Something romantic that my wife and I do. I also consider myself a writer. I love to write things. And we have a notebook that we write notes back and forth to each other in. And it's very, very cute because it's a collection of our affections for each other and our plans and dreams and hopes and stuff. Oh, I recognize this part. We've gotten a lot further. I promise. We've gotten so much further. Yeah, we used to do little like note cards, but when it came time to move, we realized that it was really hard to move all these note cards, right? So I came up with the idea of using a journal because my wife is one of those people who obsessively collects empty journals to stave off her, I don't know, some of her anxiety about being caught without a journal one day, I guess. I don't know exactly how that works. I've heard that it is a common anxiety thing to have an empty journal collection, but I don't understand it. But I'm putting one of these journals to good use by filling it up with lovely notes. And yeah, it's just really nice. We write to each other every day, and I really like it. What else do we do? I wish I could say we play music together, but honestly, we had to leave most of our instruments back in the States because instruments don't travel well. So we don't play music together as much as I'd like, but we do sing together all the time. Like it's a rare moment when we're not singing something to each other. And it's usually just pop songs, but it's still fun. We play this game. We can literally play this game for hours, where one of us picks a song to start with, and then the other one takes a word from that song and sings a new song using the chosen word, and then we just go back and forth trying not to repeat songs. And yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It is fun. It's like there's a Japanese word game called Shiratori, where you take the last character of a word and then try to make a new word with that as its first character. It's kind of like that. But Shiratori has better rules. Also, what is this music? It's very, very festive. Ooh, we recently bought so for the Steam Summer Sale, I got a few games. I got The Witcher and Jedi: The Fallen Order. Oh, might want to listen to some other music. You've never done that? The song game? Or buying things off the Steam sale? Sorry, there's a delay on chat, so it helps when you include what I mentioned. I don't remember what I said 10 seconds ago, so but speaking of what I said 10 seconds ago, the song game, oh, it's fun. It's fun. You really find out what the other person grew up listening to, because my wife always includes his musicals, and I always include like punk rock songs or pop punk songs. So, you know, she'll be like, how do you solve a problem like Maria? And then I'll pivot, dear Maria, count me in, you know, stuff like that. I'd love to do that, but my partner grew up with folk country songs, and I know none of those. Well, the great thing is you don't have to know the songs that the other person knows. As long as the other person knows enough of the lyrics that you can find a word to work off of, you're good. but folk country songs. That's pretty cool. I'm really into country, but pre 9/11 country, right? Because after 2001, country in America, country music in America got really weirdly patriotic. And yeah, I'm not into that. It's like, and America is the best. Oh boy, my truck and blue jeans are the only thing that keeps me from being a terrorist. Stuff like that, like weird. But pre 2001 country is so good. You've known your short king since you were in middle school. You probably have pretty similar music tastes then. Most people solidify their music tastes in high school when they stop listening to what their parents listen to and start to explore their own style of music. And for me, that was when I started to get into like metal and pop punk and alt rock, Modest Mouse. Yeah, like my first 3 albums were like Blink 182, Modest Mouse, and Black Sabbath. Like that's how much I was rebelling against my, Beatles and REM loving parents. I was into like, get this old crap out of here. Except for you, death metal, you can stay. I do love a good metal song. Although the more modern death metal is a little harder for me to get into. I still like some of it. Mastodon is good. But yeah, there's a lot of the more chuggy and screamy sort of metal that I have trouble with. Which is hilarious because I really like the really heavy emo stuff. Screamo, if you will. But there was a time when people used screamo colloquially to not refer to emo music with a screaming singer, but just to refer to any band that screamed, including metal. And I'm like, no, what are you doing? Stop, please. But now there's like 100 million different genres of metal, which is great. The intellectual metal has appeared. We were talking about romantic gestures, though. No, why? I know how to do it. I can get back up. Emo music is like old MCR and old Panic. Yes, I agree. Screamo, death metal is not emo. Not even close. How are you doing after 13 hours of streaming? Dinner helped. Have you made no progress still? Rose, no, it's not true. I promise. We got all the way up to Bargenberg. I even made the Kobe once. I promise. I'm so much better than this. I just fell a bunch of times and I've been talking about things. I'm getting distracted. If you've been in the human world for 30 years, that's 4 years older than I am. A little bit longer than that, but yeah, around that time. But yeah, welcome, Isla Rose. How are you doing? How have you been? Oh, Camila, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the library. It's a library because my background is library. Normally, when I'm not gaming, gamer time. Just waking up. Let's see. on the Pacific coast of the US. So that would mean that your time is 10 hours different. So it's like 9 a.m. All right? Am I right? Eight a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m.? I mean, a reasonable time to wake up. Oh, you're East Coast. Oh, well, I hope you had a nice. I hope you had a nice sleep in. I mean, I would hope that you could tell that I've improved at the game at least. It's 1 right now. Nice. The nice thing about these long streams, they're really rough on me, but meanwhile, I just woke up and it's 1 p.m. Hey, twinsies. These long streams are really rough on me, but it's nice to be able to see people like around the clock. I mean, almost literally around the clock. There's only going to be 8 hours today that I'm not streaming. It's kind of wiggity wild. But tomorrow I'm taking the day off. No writing, no anything. Just probably even no social media if I can help it. Just me and, I don't know, maybe some Magic the Gathering. I'll probably play a little bit. Still feeling a little better, still really sore and out of it though. Oh yeah, you were feeling under the weather last time I talked to you, which was like 10 hours ago. I'm glad you're feeling better. Let's go. I really love this ball cap. The fashion helps. Sometimes you just need a good sleep. What's your favorite animal? Ooh, that's a hard question. I don't know. If we're going off VTuber avatar alone, I would probably say lion. I do like lions. They've got a complex social structure. But favorite animal? I don't know. There's a lot of good ones. Snow leopard, raccoon. Can I just say my cat? My favorite animal is my cat. That by far and away is my favorite animal. Pandas, then penguins. Ooh, interesting. I guess if I had to... Penguins are pretty good. Penguins are pretty good. March of the Penguins was a good movie. Lions are cool. I guess new area for you. Yeah. So we've actually been in this area and beyond. Beyond this area. So maybe you'll get to see how fast I am at this once I get in here. Yes. Perfect. Beautiful. I guess the question you should ask is like, if you wanted to have a animal as a pet, any animal, what would it be? Right? Right. What would that animal be as a pet? That obviously wasn't the pet that I already have. White tiger. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. Dangerous. Oh, or a lynx. You really want a ferret? Ferrets are cute. I hear they're very cute. I want a really big fluffy dog. I love my cat. He's definitely my favorite animal. I just want a big fluffy dog that I can like chill with, right? A big chill dog. Like a Saint Bernard or a German Shepherd. You like Mastiffs? Yeah, like that. Tibetan Mastiff is so good. Don't they drool a lot? I want like a big fluffer. I want a big fluffer. I'm reverting to Reddit speak. It's been 13 hours. He's reverting to Reddit speak. No. He's gonna boop their snoots. No, there's actually it's funny. My wife has recently discovered the ferrets subreddit. And she's like, not that I want a ferret, but look how cute all these ferrets are. The first thing I thought of was Clifford the Big Red Dog. You know, I read those books when I was younger. Pretty good books. My pupper needs a friend. Oh, I specifically want a corgi. Corgis are so cute. I had a friend who had a corgi, and it had some intestinal stuff and had to be put down recently. It's so sad. And it was named Kirby too. Cute doggo. I'm sorry, didn't mean to bring the mood down. Do you have any scars? Yes, I do. I have a few scars actually. Let's see. I've got an eye scar, a lip scar, a finger scar. I've got a bunch of scars on my legs and knees. Oh, but I mean, those are all from pretty mundane stuff. The most interesting one is I actually have a series of scars on my arms, and that is from my high school chemistry class. So the thing about purebred dogs, they usually have some kind of medical problems. Yeah, it's a lot healthier to have it's a lot healthier and more and more affordable to not get a purebred dog. Plus, you're not supporting the market for purebred dogs, which is always a good thing. Yeah, I'd be happy to get a crossbreed of any big fluffy dog. Scars? Tell the ladies it was a shark bite. None of my scars are from animals. The most interesting one I said was I have a series of scars. It was the day that we were testing out acidic reactions in chemistry class, and the reaction was the reaction between sugar and sulfuric acid, right? And in the first class of the day, the chemistry teacher had tried to get this reaction to happen, but apparently had taken nearly the entire class, right? The entire class time to happen, where you pour the sulfuric acid on the sugar and it caramelizes the sugar. It turns it black, right? And he said, so what we're going to try in our second class, because science is about experimentation, is to, instead of just sugar, a sugar solution, because water can help speed up a chemical reaction. Well, I'm sure you see where this is going. When he poured the sulfuric acid onto the sugar, it caramelized so quickly that it actually shot up out of the beaker and splashed sulfuric acid everywhere. I just happened to be in the front row, and all of a sudden, like, my arms and legs were burning. So I have a bunch of scars from sulfuric acid. So yeah, there you go. You're gonna go play some Jump King as well? Haven't played it in ages. Yeah, do it. You'll probably be faster than me. You know, I'm like slow and steady wins the race on these sort of games. Sounds painful. Yeah, it was pretty painful, but fortunately there was a wash station, so we washed it out pretty quickly. And my teacher was obviously extremely upset at himself for, you know, doing this experiment that actually led to a student getting hurt. And he's like, oh no, your clothes are all like covered in sulfuric acid too. Well, they were covered in sulfuric acid. The sulfuric acid ate away the clothes. Come back here, bird. But it was the first time a teacher ever offered to buy me pants. He was like, I'll buy you some pants. Okay, sure. You don't have to. But I think he apologized to my parents or something like that. See, look how good I am now. I got all the way up to Bargenberg, and I missed that jump. But obviously, we're getting there. We're getting better. We're improving. When you finish, there's a weird feeling that you want to do it one more time and check how much faster you'll be in Jump King. Oh, I can imagine. It was very similar in Getting Over It. Like I kind of wanted to see, like, if I started right now, how quickly could I do it from beginning to end? My first run in Getting Over It was 12 hours, and I haven't gone back since. Angel, we've talked a little bit about your scars before. You've been shot, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, hopefully that won't happen as often in your new life in Germany. I have never been shot. I've never been stabbed. I've also never broken a bone. We've talked a little bit about that as well. I have sprained my ankle a few times, though. Oh, and I had my first, I don't even know if you want to call it a cavity. It was like a filling. I've never broken a bone either. Yeah, no broken bones club. Woo! I had my first filling recently. I hope it doesn't happen at all. Yeah, let's all not get shot. I'm a fragile being. Did I play sports when I was younger? I did, but it was never anything like super competitive. I played football and, well, I mean, soccer, as they would call it in America. But I played football and baseball, but as a very young child. Kind of like everybody goes on the weekends and takes their kids to soccer practice, right? It was never anything that would actually cause an injury. And then once I got to high school, marching bands took up all my time. So it goes. Yeah, I have done. I have tried to get into karate multiple times, or some form of martial arts, and I've always had trouble sticking with it. I think it's because the way that I like to work out is very personal. I like to do my workouts like by myself, really. And karate is one of those things that you kind of do in a dojo. Right? Bow to your sensei. Sort of thing. You don't know if your friend is still in prison or not? There's no reason to find out, man. Sometimes you gotta let people just go live their lives somewhere else. That's what I think about when I'm on the road a lot. You know, people can be jerks on the road, but sometimes you've just got to let them go have their accident somewhere else. They're obviously going to go speed or tailgate someone and have an accident. You just got to let them go do it somewhere else. You don't want to be the karate guy at the gym. No, I really don't. I'm not super into group exercise classes. I get embarrassed easily. I think I have some low level body dysmorphia. I just don't like the shape that I am. But yeah, working out in front of people doesn't help that. The one class that I did really enjoy, and this should tell you, I really enjoyed this class, even though it was like very not happy for me to be in. I have no idea how much I bench. I don't actually have access to a weight set right now, so I think the most I benched was when I was actually doing bench presses, my personal best. I think the most I got up to was 100 pounds, but that was not with bench press bar. That was with just 50-pound free weights. So I'm sure that I could probably go maybe like 110 with the proper equipment. But yeah, not a lot. I don't consider myself to be super athletic. You're skinny? No. Nope. I got the dad bod, sadly. But the one class that I really enjoyed, and it should tell you something about me, that I really enjoyed this class, even though I don't like working out in front of other people. I really enjoyed Zumba, believe it or not. I really love dancing. Dancing to good music is one of my favorite things to do. And it's one of the things I do when I'm feeling down. It's one of the things that I do when I'm, having low energy, feeling bad about myself. Dancing the workout is so much more fun. I know. It's so good. We're going to spin the wheel. I've fallen like 3 or 4 times. You think you bench press over a little over 200 when you're in high school? Yeah, I have no idea if I actually had like the proper equipment and put myself to it. If I had the proper equipment and put myself to it, I'm not sure exactly how much I could get up to. 105 kilograms. So about the same, actually. 105 kilograms, about 200 pounds. I have no idea how much I could get up to. You're supposed to do like a percentage of your body weight. It's like 230 pounds. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sounds nice to be able to do. Yeah, I don't know. I've tried doing body weight exercises. I've tried doing like strength training, and I don't know. It just doesn't fit my body type, I guess. I'm a plump man. It's 23 degrees Celsius and I'm bundled like it's negative 23. I might have a chill. So actually, Kana, you live in Canada, right? You haven't done it in a while. Yeah, it really does go away quickly if you don't use it. So you've been using, Kana, you're used to Celsius. See, I am a Fahrenheit user, and I am now living in a place that uses only Celsius and meters and stuff like that. Like, so for example, I was doing some D&D stuff with some European kids, and I was like, they're like, so you don't like if I said something's 2 meters tall, I'd have to convert 2 meters into 2 yards and then 2 yards into 6 feet. And I'd be like, okay, so about 6 feet tall. And they're like, yeah, that's difficult for you to do. Like, it's not intuitive. Like when I hear 2 meters, I don't have a concept for what that is like. But if you said 6 feet, I have a concept for that. I can immediately kind of figure that out. Same thing with temperature. If you said something is 23 degrees, I have to kind of go backwards in my head. Like, okay, 23 degrees, that's like 23 times 2 is 46 plus 30. So it's about 76 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I have a concept for what 76 Fahrenheit feels like, right? I have a concept for what 90 feels like, and 30, and even like 40, 50. But the Celsius I have to work out. Canada, we measure distance by time. So if you're going somewhere, we'll tell you it's 2 hours away. No, I do that too. I think so. We did that a lot in the Midwest. And I think it's because when you get to somewhere that's like spaced out, right? Like the suburbs or the Great Plains, like the Midwest. Oh God. Nice. Okay. All right. We got to stretch and hydrate in the chat. But basically you start to assume that everybody's just going to be driving, 70 miles an hour on the freeway in between anywhere. So if you're going anywhere that's out of town, it's just like 1 hour or 2 hours away. And then you start converting it. So it's not like X miles or X kilometers away. It's 30 minutes away. I do the exact same thing. And I haven't really gotten any weird looks for it yet, but Europe is like a very different situation, right? It's so much smaller. I've heard people say like, if I had someone who lived 4 hours away, I'd never see them again. I would never talk to them. A 4-hour drive? Are you serious? I would never experience that person again in my life, right? Because you're literally talking about an area where, drive a few hours and all of a sudden you're in a different country, right? Camilo knows what I'm talking about. 4-hour drive isn't that bad. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. Like a 9-hour drive was what I would consider long, right? We drove 4 hours to see my grandma. Ooh, nice. Good save. My partner was 8 hours away for 3 years of our relationship. Yeah, I'd consider that a long distance relationship. But like here in Europe, you might as well like never speak to each other again. My girlfriend now came back to family. It's 7-hour train ride for a month. I'm missing her. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? 7 hours. Long distance relationships. I've had to do a couple long distance relationships in my time, and I absolutely agree. Never suggest doing it. It's so rough. It's one of those things where, if you don't kind of start out as a long distance relationship, then it's really hard to get into it. Pick a number between 1 and 11. Need to post a TikTok today. 4. But she's studying in my city, luckily. Oh, nice. So you guys are going to get more chances to be together soon. That's awesome. All right. Can I hit the crow from here? No. Or can I? crap. That's okay. Overshooting is better than undershooting. Oh yeah, you're going to work in Germany for a month. Nice. So for at least a month, you'll be able to see each other a lot more easily. That's awesome. You never done long distance? Have you had any other relationships? Or are you like a forever couple? It is great. You got to make it like the summer to remember. The summer month of dreams. 3 more weeks. Oh, nice. Oh, that's something to look forward to. That's awesome. That's definitely worth the punishment. I mean, I've been pretty lax on these punishments lately. We've got 2.5 hours to go. I got to do some punishments, you know. I've been pretty lax. See, this is definitely punishment worthy. Let's do a punishment. Although the conversation's been good. Freestyle rap. You made me play the DLC of Jump King. Well, if I can inspire some good times in Jump King, then I guess my job here is done. You know, the whole reason they allow streamers to play Jump King and other games online like this is because it's basically free advertising. We've fallen so far. We've gotten so far, but in the end, we know how to get back up. That's the secret lie that they say in all these games. You're not actually starting at the beginning when you fall. You're actually starting at the beginning with a new sense of energy and insight into what you're about to do. You're actually growing. You're actually going higher and higher. You're making more of an impact because the way that you see the game has changed. Your world, your skill, your talent has grown. And that's true for many things, even for relationships. Being with someone changes the way you see the world because you start to see the world through their eyes. And that can enhance your life or it can destroy your life. But the most important thing is that it changes your life. And when you start back at the beginning of a new relationship, no matter what happened in your old relationship, the fact that you are a changed person because of that relationship means that you are going to see your new relationship differently. And maybe that's for the best, maybe that'll hurt. But the point is that you need to figure out how to grow and change as a person yourself. Nope, that didn't work. All the way back to the beginning. Let's go. We are freestyle rapping. We're making it happen. And if you want to keep clapping, then I won't stop yapping. My style is the flowiest. If you are the showiest, you might knowiest that I am gonna blow this big popsicle stand out of the sky in my fly. I gotta get back to Bargenberg. Why? Because there's a crow with a coin with my name on it. I want to get my coin and my fame and my crown and my everything, all my jewels and glory. Let's go. Pick me a morning glory. Wait, glory, rhyming glory with glory? That's okay. Morning glory and glory, 2 different words. That was a good freestyle though. That was a good little freestyle rap. Gotta get back to Bargenberg. Have you heard the word? It's the bird. That's what I'm on about. I've got to get the bird with the coin and say moin moin. Yeah. Did you know that moin moin is a way to say good morning in Germany? Moin moin. It's kind of a shortening of Morgan, which is morning. I think I've only had one relationship and my short king was that only relationship. Yeah. Forever couple. It's nice when you find people who are the forever couples. Oh, I didn't want to go this way. Oh no. It's been some time since I've gone this way. Yep. And we fall. And we all fall down. We're just a bunch of Jump King players now. Everybody's playing Jump King together. Maybe next time I play this, I'll try to find someone cool and have them coach me a little bit. because so I'm mostly a solo streamer, but I want to get better at doing collabs, right? And it's hard. It's hard to do collab sort of stuff because it's hard to have conversations with the chat and also talk to the person that you're collabing with, right? Maybe some podcasts with viewers. Ooh, yes. If you ever need company through playing this game, I'm available. Have you played this game? But yeah, like, Kana, I know you're cool. You're welcome anytime. It's just I feel like my style is often waxing. You play like 5 minutes and you're like, no thanks. So you would just be here to empathize with the pain. That's still valuable. I would appreciate that. I feel like a lot of my style of streaming is this kind of, pop culture, psychological rambling, societal rambling. Let's call it that. With, viewers bringing in topics, usually from their own personal lives that I like to discuss and comment on, and we have a good time with it. And having someone else on the stream feels like it would bring a different dynamic, right? So I don't think it's a bad dynamic. I think it could still work. I really just like talking with streamers as they play games, whether it's through chat or voice. Yeah, I don't think it would be a bad dynamic. It'd just be something I'm not used to. I actually had, I know a lot of people don't like collabing without streaming themselves, but I don't mind it. If you ever need a company, hit me up. I will actually. When I play a lot of games, I might do it. Yeah. I'll try to let you know ahead of time if I'm into the idea of streaming a particular game with a conversation partner. But yeah, I like the flow that I've got going on. It looks like you're hiding behind the GIFs. Yep. My little jump knight is shy. He's a shy jump knight. Remember, we're not a jump king yet. Jump king is a title, and it's earned. Yeah, I love the societal rambling. Actually, one of my best friends, we call on the phone all the time. She's actually one of the few people that I'm still like regularly in touch with, aside from family from the States. Imagine the calves on this man. Like, just look at the sprite. He's like at least 33% calves. This man squats for days. He is a thick leg boy. Thick AF. Thick leggy legs. So I don't think I want to go for the crow this time. Because we ended up going for the crow and being successful at getting the crow after we had some experience in the area and getting back up. So I want to get good at Bargenberg before I go for the crow again. We'll get him. We'll get that crow. Have you seen the videos? This dude plays guitar, but I swear he like does like 200 bicep curls before he plays the guitar because his arm is just completely like throbbing with veins, and he's like playing this guitar like death metal high speeds. I'm like, I guess this is an aesthetic. I guess this is your aesthetic. Okay, all right, you're into it. Cool. It's so wild. Not something I'm into, but this dude has like the veiniest arms I've ever seen. It's really, really wild. The dedication to being as hardcore metal as possible. But actually, guitar is a good workout. My forearm muscles were the strongest they've ever been when I was addicted to playing Guitar Hero all the time. No! And boy, was I addicted to playing Guitar Hero all the time. I got so many full combos. You've reached the cabin? The keep? The False King's Keep? No! I kept the button held down. That's pretty fast, though. Well done. But I already knew that you were a better video gamer than me. I tried to play guitar when I was younger, but I was like 6, and the guitar strings hurt my fingers, so I didn't play long. Yeah, it's actually it requires some like serious callus buildup too. It's you can get some ugly fingers playing guitar, that's for sure. Like the Beatles, I got blisters on me fingers. That's from one of their songs. But he like screams it at the end of the song. And so I have no idea what song it is. But it's a Beatles song. Hide behind the cat gifts. No, I've been exposed. Hide. Up here. Oh no. Hide behind the cat gifts. Come on. I believe in you. Jump Knight, you can become a Jump King. I had some new person call me bad at games while streaming the other day. I only answered, you must be new. You must be new around here. Buddy, you don't even know the half of it. Kind of what we really should do is we should get like you, me, Kara Sumar, and Marley and make a Stardew Valley shared file. That's really what I want to do. Maybe you want to listen to some Polish music? Can we? Yeah, sure. I actually really like playing so when I play these sort of crafting games, no Polish music for now. We will have Polish music stream. Yeah, see exactly. You can specialize, right? You'll be the fisherman. I want to be the maybe like the farmer, right? Because when we play these sort of games, I like doing the efficient stuff. I like making the big efficiencies, right? like making the field as efficient as possible. Or in Minecraft, like I would want to be the person who makes all the like material generators, right? I'm not that creative. I just want to make this stuff. I want to beat the game. You guys can do bundles. I hate doing bundles. Yes. Bundles as efficiently as possible. 2 years, easy. Get it in 1 year. 1 year full community center. Easy. Easy peasy. That was my dream goal when I played Stardew Valley. I played Stardew Valley all the way through, and my dream was to do the community center in a single year. But in fact, it took me a year and a season because the first spring I missed a couple things that I didn't realize I needed. But yes, efficient as possible. But now there's even more stuff. I haven't even played the 1.5 update. I hear it's real good. There's an island and stuff. It's really hard to get the greenhouse first year unless you're focusing it. I focused it. I really focused it. Yeah, I had the greenhouse by the first winter, and boy howdy, that ancient fruit farm, amazing. Really interesting to watch. Yeah, the truth of the matter is that you can make any game into a challenge run game. Truly any game. No, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. Crap. Any game can be hard if you push yourself to complete all of the tasks as quickly as possible. That's exactly what I'll do. But that's like, for me, the entirety of the fun in Stardew Valley. Like, the stories are cute. Don't get me wrong. I like dating the farmer people. But the fun is in figuring out the systems and optimizing them. Optimize the system. Optimize the power. No. Ow. This dude is so lucky he's wearing a helmet. He's probably got brain trauma. I'm smacking face first into the ground. How many times? 2,092 times? Dang. 13 hours, 42 minutes into session 1. Baby! Back down we go. It's really cool to see the different ways people play games through. Yeah, I really like open-ended games like that because you really can see the different ways that people approach them. You're in Bargenberg for the first time? You're so fast. The true power gamer. Are you streaming? Why aren't you streaming? Don't you know? Check this out. Back to the bottom. This is my skill. This is my power. Let's spin the wheel, shall we? Oh my gosh. Whisper voice. You're further than me? Let me show you my true power. Oh, you're better than me? Not only do I agree, but let me demonstrate how much better than me you are. You're incredibly talented, and your skill is appreciated. Positivity. We're into positivity ASMR now.
Positivity ASMR only. You're special. You're powerful. You can make your way in the world. Making your way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and you're homebound. A boodly doodly do, do, doodly doodly do, do. Staring blankly ahead, just making your way through the crowd. Boodly doodly do. I don't know what I'm doing or saying anymore. It's been almost 14 hours of playing this game. I've become addicted to it in that sort of way that it hurts, but you like it. It hurts, but you like it because you know that the next one is going to hurt less. Isn't that addiction? Isn't that what it means to be addicted? I'm sure my next fall won't be as bad. I'm sure I can get up even faster. I'm sure I'll get it this time. Oh, first try. Oh, the dopamine. The dopamine's coming. The dopamine. Yes. Delicious. Delicious dopamine. We've done it, boys. We've crossed the boundary. The Rubicon. The threshold. We're in the other side. The world has become open. The world is now nothing but Jump King. Jump King forever. I know you're just posting a link, but it looks like you're swearing. It looks like you're like, oh, fuck. He's too far gone. But also, thank you so much for posting clips. Really appreciate it. Why isn't there a way, like a clip viewer on Twitch? Why isn't there a random clip viewer? I want to browse clips from different Twitch streamers. I want to browse clips that have different tags, right? I want to search a tag. I want to say like headshot clips, or I want to say like Ara clips. I want to see the best Aras Twitch has to offer. Why isn't this an implemented feature? How is this not an implemented feature? This is what I'm talking about when I say Twitch discoverability sucks. Something I thought of after 14 hours of streaming in my half demented state would make Twitch $1 million. Why don't they do it? Because it's too hard to implement? Because they're too sad? They're too sad about losing something? Oh, you know what? This would probably be the best place to get the crow from, huh? Sup, bitch? Sorry, I don't condone calling people bitches. Especially crows. If Kyoko Noir is lurking in my chat right now, I am going to be so embarrassed. Literally female crow girl. Sadness. Sadness and pain. Sadness and pain. Ugh. That's worth a punishment. That's definitely worth a punishment. Don't call someone a bitch unless it's an endearing way. You're right. It's rude to the dogs that proudly bear the name. Bitch. Now I'm just trying to think of an endearing way to say it. Oh my god, bitch. More whisper voice. Some random wheel you are. Oh my god, bitch. Stop trying to make bitch work. It's not gonna happen. Oh my god, bitch. Oh my god, bitch. Oh my god. Slay, bitch. Slay. Maybe the crow is a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. We don't know. Nah, I said it derogatorily. It's tough. Changing your language is tough. And there's been a lot of that now. You don't think about it as much, but most people communicate through text now. The primary form of communication is text, as opposed to in the past when the primary form of communication was speaking. And so it's really easy to second guess to catch yourself and say like, oh, I shouldn't type this word. That's not very nice. But then since speaking is kind of could become a secondary form of communication, it's really hard to change the impulsive ways that you speak. It really is tough. Thank you for the empathy. I'll do my best to remove non-endearing bitches from my life, from my vocabulary. Whoop. Oh, I'm so good at that now. I can't believe I was ever bad at it. You were joking. It's okay. Well, it's still good. It's still good to think about. I certainly don't want to accidentally call someone that I care about bitch, unless it is in a very endearing way. Oh my God, bitch. Amazing. Like if somebody was like, Isaac, I just killed my boss this morning. They were being a total jerk and exploiting labor. And I was like, nah. And I killed him. I'm like, oh my God, bitch, slay. Yes, fight the man, bitch. You're amazing. Don't mind swear words, except for two. Their words are blacklisted in my chat because I don't react well to them. Yeah, no, that's fair. I was talking to Camilo earlier, and he said a word that he didn't remember the right word to say in English. So he said the first word he thought of, and yeah, not the best word to say, and totally understandable. Like second language, no ill will, not a problem. But I learned how to delete a message from chat. I didn't know how to do that before. So it was a good learning experience for the both of us. Oof. Let's go. Bargenberg. So Ilarus, I do want to ask, how far have you gotten in this game? Like what's your furthest? Have you beaten it? One is the F word that means cigarettes, and the other is charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. Oh, okay, I see. That's the only way I know how to say them without saying them. For the second one, you could say the Australian word for good friend. It is your first time in Bargenberg? Oh, congratulations. How's it going? It's tough, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, let's get there. No, not happening. Okay, back down we go. That's definitely worthy of a spin on the wheel. Yeah, the first time I played, I also stopped in the sewer. Or I stopped getting to the sewer when I got to the sewer. And now look at me go. Scaling my way through Bargenberg. I even made the Kobe once. And we'll do it again. As many times as it takes. Sing? What should I sing? Yeah, if you ever want like a good
a good lesson on how much a culture can change the meaning of a word, just look up like Australian slang. It's ridiculous how often they use words that are you would never want to use in English. Ooh, okay, I've got a bunch of good ones to sing. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. All right. Pause the music. And of course, I fall again immediately. This is how we fall down. No, come on. I keep falling down to this exact spot. One yaw. Got it. Yeah. All the way to the bottom? Man, you ain't ever seen a Bargenberg to bottom this quick. Yeah. Bargenberg to bottom. Let's go. Yeah. Tenacious D. For a while, I was hoping that I could someday sing like Jack Black. And yeah, once you try to start singing like Jack Black, you realize just how insanely talented he is. He's put so much time into developing his voice. And yeah, I'm not going to get there. That's okay, though. I don't have to be Jack Black. I can just be a famous rapper. I'll settle. I'll settle for not being Jack Black. If I must. This is just a tribute to Jack Black's amazingness, and I wish you could have seen him when I saw him in concert. There we go. Good God, he was awesome. He and Kyle Gass kicked some ass. Yeah. Oh boy. In through the secret passage, into the secret passage, up through the secret passage. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We really got 2 hours to beat this game? I don't think it's going to happen. But we're going to go for the full 16. Full 16 hours, baby. Full 16 hours, full 16 hours. Turn the music back on. I need background music. Because who knows? I might be able to get to the place after Bargenberg with just a couple more tries. I need to get a good Kobe. And then we got to get through the rest of Bargenberg. Do you also get uncomfortable with silence while streaming? Yeah, I do. It's something that I'm trying to train myself to be better about, to not get into that like focus gamer headspace, right? That said, sometimes I do get into the focus gamer headspace. The nice thing about this game is it feels like there's not a whole lot of focus needed. You just have to kind of like know what to do and kind of try your best to do it. Not even all the way out of the sewers. Give me a break. Easy back up. Easy back up. Not even a big fall. We're not even concerned about this fall. I've learned this forest so well. Get out of here. He said, right before he fell. No, we actually made it back up. Nice. With the help of some kindly folks who have given me
some frameworks with which to analyze my performance. I'm doing quite well at this game, I think. But it is very punishing. It can take it all away pretty quickly. Truly only a game for jump kings, not these jump knaves. Easy. No sweat. It just takes time. This is actually a great game to stream because once you know what you're doing, just getting back up gives you like these little pockets of time to talk about whatever you want. Nice. I like this. Easy jumps, easy hops. Yeah, I think that I knew from the beginning that I wanted to try to get myself to speak as often as possible while I'm on stream. And that's why the very first thing I streamed, if you go all the way back on my YouTube, the very first thing I streamed was reading Wikipedia articles. And those were some fun streams. I might do that again sometime. But it really helped to have something to read aloud. So even when I didn't have a thought about something, then I always had something to read, right? I find myself apologizing if I get quiet while concentrating in stream. Are you a serial apologizer? I know a lot of people like that. I don't know why, but like my wife is like that and my best friend is like that. Just apologizes for everything. And I constantly have to tell him like, that's not something you have to apologize for. Like my friend and I are learning German and I said a sentence that she didn't understand. And she's like, oh, I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I'm like, you mean this sentence that I said in another language that you don't understand, you're apologizing for not understanding this foreign language sentence? And she's like, okay, well, what should I say? I'm like, just say you don't understand. Here's how you say it in German. But yeah, I think some people learn early in life that I'm sorry is like, it's like second nature to apologize for me. I think some people learn early in life that I'm sorry is the Band-Aid, right? It's the quick fix. Like it's your way of indicating that you're non-hostile, right? And at least the people that I've someone bumps into me, I'll apologize. Yeah, it's your way of indicating that you're not hostile, right? And I think people who have grown up in hostile environments tend to have that tendency of thinking that they need to emphasize when they're not being non-hostile because the other party will assume hostility, right? When in reality, like, I wouldn't assume that you're being hostile, right? Unless you really started to be like calling me names and insulting me, then yeah, that might do it. But yeah, like for the most part, I'm starting with the assumption that people are generally nice people, right? Ooh, no, wrong way. There we go. And so for me, I understand where the apologist comes from, but for me, it feels all the way here again. All right, another challenge, another punishment, shall we? For me, it feels like, it's okay. You don't have to apologize. It's It's okay. I really don't think that you're at fault for anything. I don't think that people who apologize like that really see themselves as at fault for something as much as they see themselves in a potentially sticky situation that they want to clearly define as benign, right? Non-hostile. Should ask my partner if they keep track over how much I apologize. Probably well over double digits. Well, let me freestyle wrap my response. If you're looking for affirmation of your difficult situation where you seem to apologize profusely, then you might find that you are actually looking for confirmation that your behavior is somewhat amusing. But in actuality, if no one's getting hurt, it's okay. You don't have to worry about the quirks of your behavior. As long as people understand that you are not compulsively apologizing for some ill nature. So, did you just therapy rap me? That's right. It's the new hot style therapy rap. Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between you love it. The new hottest of styles, therapy rap. There's a difference between me saying, I perceive you as non-hostile. You have no reason to apologize to me. And you perceiving the situation as hostile and feeling the psychological need to apologize, right? There's a big difference between those two things because from my perspective, I don't need you to apologize, but from your perspective, you do need to apologize to set the situation straight. And so your need trumps my not need, right? You need to do something. I'm okay if you don't do something. So in essence, you should do the thing. And so if nobody's being harmed by your apologizing, then it's perfectly fine to apologize or do any sort of like mental tick sort of behavior. I think the important factor is more, are you or someone else being hurt by it? And if that's the case, how do you stop it, right? That said, if you do have a compulsive behavior, it's often worthwhile examining why you do such a thing, right? Is there some tick or emotional trigger that causes the apology? If so, you might want to investigate how that response was formed, right? It could tell you something about yourself. I know my wife has often had trouble with self-worth and stuff like that, and she's going to therapy now and having a lot of conversations about how she had to really take care of her mom and sister when they were dealing with some really horrible family stuff. No, too far. And so her sense of identity is really tied into kind of supporting the accomplishments of other people. But now she wants to be a photographer, and she needs to address the fact that, her accomplishments are valuable too. I have the same kind of problem, feeling useless and like a bad person. I know a lot of it comes from not having my needs met when I was younger. Yeah, it can definitely come from trauma and neglect. but you know, unironically, 100%, I think you're a really good person. So, you've got that going for you. I don't want to say like your worries are no more. Isaac Anzu has approved. But yeah, you got my vote. It's been rough finding out. Then don't be sorry about getting deep. I love this kind of topics. Didn't I talk about like my societal ramblings? I love this. Let's go. It's been rough finding out that I have ADHD and possible autism because it's left me with looking at my past and just how awful people treated me without knowing what I was going through. Yeah. No. It can be really helpful to define the various neuroses and mental health issues that you're facing, because it can help you get help. But it really does also tend to shed some light on past behaviors, past situations, other people's behaviors. No! Jump and then push. Jump and then push. Going through trauma and actually addressing it and accepting it and understanding the implications of it in your life is one of the harder things to do, I think, in life in general. Saw a clip the other day of Neanners talking about her poor relationship with her dad, and I laughed really hard because she said the same can be said for most female VTubers. It's so true. Don't forget about male VTubers with bad relationships with their fathers, you know? But I mean, yeah. Let's just say like creating a cool and powerful avatar of yourself may be an indication that you didn't get much affirmation of your abilities as a youngster. Look at me. I'm Isaac Anzu. I'm cool. I make funny twits. I got the funnies on the Twitters. I got friends who are cool. I got the cool friends. I play the cool games. Look at my backwards ball cap. Such a cool little fella. Such a cool jump knight. At the end of this, you do make amazing tweets. Thank you. I hope someday that the world can hear all my cool raps too. I like writing raps. I like rapping. It's one of those things that I really feel like has opened up a new dimension for me, right? Sometimes you try out an art form and it's like, oh, well, that was interesting. I guess I'll do that every once in a while. Like pottery painting for me. It's like, oh, I went to a little pottery painting thing. It was neat. I tried it out. It was cool. But then I try rapping and I'm like, yo, this kind of slaps. What the heck? Where has this been hiding? Why have I not been doing this for so long? And then all of a sudden, you're a rap star. I'm beginning to feel like a rap god. Now for the people from the front to the back nod. Now who thinks their arms are long enough to slap box? Man, I wish that song didn't have such shitty words in it. Because I'd love to learn it all the way through. I gotta learn the censored version. Which is true of a lot of rap, actually. Gotta use the word brother a lot. Did you know? When I'm learning rap, gotta make liberal use of the word brother for for certain reasons. You know what I'm talking about. Times be hard. Times be hard for the off-color wrappers. I'm like a Tootsie Pop, always looking for that off-color wrapper. No, that's pretty good. Because didn't you always look for the one Tootsie Pop wrapper that had the star on it, right? Is the brown Tootsie Pop wrapper, and it had the cowboy with the star on it, and there was like a rumor going around that you could like send it into the Tootsie Pop company and be like, found the star Tootsie Pop wrapper, and you get like a free Tootsie Pop or something. Yeah, I really didn't like them either. I didn't like Tootsie Rolls in general. I didn't understand them. What did I like? I like the bubblegum ones. I didn't like Tootsie Rolls, but I liked Airheads. Something about it being fruit instead of chocolate did it for me. With that particular kind of texture. I don't know. Yo, Airheads are good. Okay, serious question. How did you eat your Airheads? Let's say you had a packet of Airheads, like a collection of Airheads. What was the strat? Because I've got some opinions. But Airheads legit, probably one of the few fruit candies that I would eat any flavor of the Airheads. A packet? I always had one at a time. Okay, how do you eat the one Airhead? I guess I always bought them in bunches. I would always try to get at least like a few because I love them. You bite it? No, Kana, my dear. You are purely mistaken. So, let's say you have one Airhead. A strange situation for me, but let's assume. You have one Airhead. Here's what you do: you take one end of the packet and you start shaking it. You flap it around like you're shaking a Polaroid picture. And what that does is it pushes the Airhead all into one side of the packet. And you keep flapping it until it's like a little ball. And then you open it up and you have this delicious little sugar pillow. Oh, and it's just so good. It's not stretchy or squishy because it's all been flattened around. It's like well-pressed taffy. And it's gotten to the point where it's just you bite into it and the texture and consistency is just, it's like, oh, sounds like too much work for me. Oh no, it's so worth it. 100% worth. You have no idea. You got to try it. Buy an Airhead. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. I know you can do this. We got to do it. Angel, you're just like, what are you talking about? Talking about Airheads. Have you never had Airheads? You know what an Airhead is? It's a type of candy. The best flavor was white mystery because it was really just green apple. And it was really good. Do they even still sell them? I hadn't had one since I was like in grade 8. Yeah, I think I had one recently and I was really surprised that I even knew what it was. Or that I even saw it. You've never had Airheads. White was green apple? Yep. That was the mystery flavor. My life is a lie. What did you think it was? It wasn't a different flavor every time. That's for sure. It was white mystery, but it was just the one flavor. That said, the strawberry ones were probably still my favorite. Strawberry anything is probably my favorite, like, artificial flavor. It's just so good. Strawberries, the bomb, diggity.com. I thought it tasted white. I don't know. No, it was green apple. Green apple the whole time. I bet you can even look it up and it'll tell you. If I'm wrong and white apple was actually like, or not white mystery was actually a different flavor each time, then it's my life that's been a lie. So you have to look up and see whose life was a lie. It just tasted white. But that's so something that would happen. Like, you've had not a good past. Well, I mean, I understand if you didn't have access to as much candy. What happened to Airheads candy? What is Airheads made out of? How are Airheads supposed to be eaten? Yes, this dude is shaking it. He's shaking. I knew it. $16 different flavors. On Wikipedia, it has green apple listed separately, but white mystery is just listed as white. It just tastes white. Where does it say what? Okay, I have to look this up now because apparently green apple was a different flavor. Airhead candy, white mystery. Wait, what? No. Oh. No, really? Oh my God. My life is a lie. Kana, you were not according to Wikipedia, the flavor is just white. But how they made the white mystery Airheads was they took the leftovers from all the other batches and just combined them. So it was green apple, but it was also everything else. Oh my God, that makes so much sense. So it really was like everyone was different. I just tasted green apple more than anything else. Well, yeah. Don't say it like it's something obvious. I mean, it's obvious that they would do that. It's a good idea. But God damn it. I really thought that's how they make Wikipedia agrees with me. Well, I can't fault you there. That's how they make the mystery suckers as well. They just combine everything else. I see. So whatever flavor happens to be most prominent in that part of the mix is what it tastes like. It just tasted white. They just use the leftovers and mix them together. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And then dye it white, however they do that. All right, Kana, you win. Wikipedia agrees. The flavor is white. Saves it. Yeah, it's a smart idea. I literally just thought it was green apple. Like, it was just a weird promotional thing that they were doing I thought they were doing it to introduce green apple. I distinctly remember green apple coming later. Maybe it was just, maybe my memory is just bad. You know, your childhood memories are like memories of memories of memories, right? Every time you remember something from your childhood, you're actually just remembering the last time you remembered it. And so that eventually the memory degradation happens, which is why photos are important. Memory aids are also important. I wonder if I convince my partner to order food today. I don't want to cook. Hell yeah. You get it. Order that food. I went out to eat twice this week because my wife can't have tomatoes and I wanted pizza. And so I went and got pizza at my favorite little restaurant. And you know what? It was pretty dang good. But you know something? All the pizza that I've had in Berlin, they don't cut it for you. They don't cut the pizza for you. They leave you to cut it like with a knife and fork. And that was particularly troublesome when we were in Frankfurt and we ordered pizza to our hotel room and we didn't really have like a proper knife and fork to cut with. Isn't it weird? Yeah, I don't know what's the deal. Like, I want to introduce these people to pizza cutters because it's just such an efficient little tool. But maybe that's an American thing. Do Europeans all not cut their pizzas? I don't know. Let's find out. This might just become a Wikipedia reading stream. Why? I can, around hour 4, I felt myself starting to slip a little bit. And then in the afternoon, I felt myself kind of waxing, waning. But now, oh my gosh, the sleep is hitting my eyeballs very hard. The sleep is powerful. I'm slipping. Bay's catching me slipping. And I'm not talking about Heiko's Bales. Who's your favorite HoloLive VTuber? We're all VTubers here. We all talk about VTubers, love VTubers. Who's your favorite HoloLive VTuber? Mine is Saris Fauna. I feel like she has very similar energy to me. I dig it. I love watching her stuff. I get a lot of ideas from her. Like this endurance stream, this punishment wheel, pretty much taken directly from her stream last week. Yes. Stealing. I mean, being inspired by. I want to sleep, but I'll stay up to watch your stream. Aw. Look, I'm the only one who has to suffer here. You should sleep. Also, I've only got an hour and a half left before I hit my other goal. My goal of not beating this game. That said, I am enjoying this game. I think I would do pretty well if I was able to if I was able to come back to it. Let's go. Corone or Gura? Interesting. They've got some gremlin energy. Do you like the mischievous ones? Mischievous. Ew. Man, that is such a brutal fall. I say a vibe with the gremlins. That's fair. Do you watch, you made it to 2 stages in the DLC, but you got bored, so coming like, do I give off that energy? I'll be honest, I haven't watched enough of your streams, but my first impression is not particularly. You seem like the type of person who might like collect gremlins though. You know what I'm saying? Gremlin collector. Welcome back, Kimelo. I think I've reached the point of the evening where I'm struggling, not because I don't know what to do, but because I'm losing focus. This game is very demanding on your focus. I don't know if you knew that about the difficult video game Jump King. How is the DLC though? Is it Ghost of the Babe? Right? I'm pretty sure I have Ghost of the Babe. I'm pretty sure when I bought this, I made sure to buy all of it. I don't know which one. Okay. But I made one, it was and it was hard. Okay. It might be Ghost of the Babe then. I've heard that Ghost of the Babe is difficult. And I'm doing an even harder one. Okay, it might be the second one is New Babe Plus. Yes. It's Babe, New Babe Plus, and then Ghost of the Babe. Now the second one? I don't even want to think about that. Thinking about the fact that there's a whole nother stage makes my heart hurt. You got the first one? You can show me where it is? Isn't there like a hole in the wall when you get to the market? Oh. I saw my baby crying out. Then make the chimney jump. Oh, is it that hole in the wall? Is it the hole in the wall near the just after the chimney? Okay, I made the chimney jump once, and I saw that hole in the wall, and I'm like, that looks like a hole, but I can't really get in there. Okay, neat. What babe? The babe with the power. The power of voodoo. Hoodoo? You do. Do what? Remind me of the babe. I saw my baby. Man. Bowie had some stuff going on. Really cool dude. I think. I've heard some bad stuff about him, but the movie didn't have enough Bowie. Yeah. Messi or Ronaldo? Oh God. I don't want to be like attacked. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know enough about soccer history. Sorry, football history to give an informed opinion on the Messi versus Ronaldo question. That just sounds very dangerous. I'm not gonna answer. I can't answer. Cola or Pepsi? Oh God. It all depends on that choice. I'm not a soda drinker. What type of human are you? Water. Well, so back when I drank pop, my answer was Coke in a can, Pepsi in a glass. And I couldn't tell you why. I think it was because Coke tastes better warmer and Pepsi tastes better with ice. But is iced tea an option? Iced tea is excellent. I like iced tea. Iced tea, water, all good options. I don't drink soda anymore. I really don't. Do what? Remind me of the babe. The power of voodoo. Hoodoo? You do. You don't really like pop. You call it pop? You love Dr. Pepper? I've heard Dr. Pepper's pretty good. I never got into it. Seriously? Yes. You say pop? Yeah, we always called it pop. Can of pop. You love it or hate it, there's nothing in between. For Dr. Pepper, I believe it. It's still, I think I've tried it a few times. It definitely has a unique taste. But the one I was really into is Mountain Dew. That's when I found out that I had a caffeine sensitivity. And drinking a can of Mountain Dew was enough to keep me awake for an entire night. So, yeah. Mountain Dew. That was an experience. They're really hyper. Oof. Yeah. I was not the chug the Mountain Dew sort. I was the, oh, I took a whiff of Mountain Dew. I'm going to talk for 5 minutes now. Talk nonstop. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like Mountain Dew that much. I really like the taste. That was the problem. Because I'm like, I shouldn't drink this, but it's quite good. But yeah, I don't drink pop at all now. iOS or Android? Ooh, I'm definitely Android. Sorry, I don't like Apple PCs. I don't like Apple phones. I'm Android and Windows, baby. Nice. Android. Yes. I'm not a big fan of either. It's hard to find other mobile offers, but I guess for computers you could go for Linux. Linux requires more knowledge of computers, though. You don't have the money for the new Apple products every year. Yeah, preach. Pineapple pizza, I'm for it. Give me pineapple pizza. Give me pineapple and ham on the pizza. I'll eat it. I'll have your share, Kana. You can let me have it. Just no anchovies. And I'm not a big fan of black olives either. I'm coming around on green olives, but that's only because my favorite restaurant now serves little green olive appetizer. Favorite soup? Oh, that's a good question. Do you count ramen? You don't like cooked fruit in general? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm not a big fan of cooked fruit, but cooked pineapple is fine. Grilled pineapple is amazing. Yeah, I'd say pineapple is my exception for cooked fruit. Ramen counts? Nice. Favorite dish? If I had to pick somewhere like to get a birthday dinner or something like that, probably say steak. Like a good steak for me is probably the way to go. And my favorite restaurant is, in fact, a steakhouse. so double up on that. But yeah, we have a really authentic Japanese ramen place near us too. So good. Much people say steak. I think it's one of those things where it's a very luxurious food item, but it's still not inaccessible to the masses, so people can learn to love it. Lasagna. Ooh, lasagna is really good though. What kind of lasagna? Like the classic tomato and beef, or I really like the cheese lasagna, and then there's like a veggie lasagna that's amazing. Super veggie lasagna. Bolognese. Nice. Steak talk. I'm gonna see myself out. Well, now we're talking about lasagna. There's good veggie lasagnas out there. All types are good. Yeah, lasagna is pretty versatile. I like it. Favorite noodle dish? I mean, ravioli is excellent. But I'd probably say, whatever you call like the shells, pierogies. Heck yeah, I love pierogies. What's your favorite filling? I go for the classic potatoes and onions, but tortellini, that's a good one. But I've had a lot of different fillings with pierogies. There was a place near where I lived called Pierogi Mountain, and god dang, you just go there and order like, it's like a little pierogi bar. Blueberries or cottage cheese with vanilla sugar. Hell yeah. No, that sounds good. Pretty much anything in a pierogi wrapper is great. I'll eat it. Eat pierogies by themselves or with stuff. So it depends. If it's like the onions and cheese and potatoes sort of pierogies, then I'll usually have them as a side. But you can get pierogies with like meat or sweet stuff or stuff like that, and they are absolutely a meal on their own. Oh, or like cream on top. Yeah. You can absolutely do that. Never had sweet pierogies? Oh no, they're good. It's kind of like how there are like sweet and savory crepes, or but you only ever like hear about the sweet crepes. Or there's okay, so apparently this is a Europe thing, but when I went to the movie theater here in Berlin, they offered me the option of salty popcorn or sweet popcorn, which I'm guessing is just like popcorn with sugar on it. I had never heard of sweet popcorn in my life. To me, if somebody offered me sweet popcorn, I would expect it to be like caramel corn, right? Caramelized popcorn. Not popcorn with sugar on it. Salty pierogies with onions on top. You ate it. Wasn't that cool? Salty pierogi with onions on top sounds great. Or we talking about sweet popcorn. Cinnamon sugar popcorn slaps. No, that does sound really good. Cinnamon sugar definitely in general sounds good. One of the things that if you ever visit Germany, you'll find is they love waffles in all shapes and varieties. And god dang, I've had some great cinnamon sugar waffles here. Favorite breakfast. Oh, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'm just gonna go with my earlier answer and say it's steak and eggs. Like, I'll have steak for breakfast. I don't mind. And sometimes when you get like the steak for breakfast, it's like this thin little crappy steak. That's no good. I want like a full steak. Waffles are superior to pancakes. Fight me. For me, it's a matter of firmness. If I want something fluffy, pancakes. If I want something firm, waffles. Right? But I'm a big texture person, so for me, it's an either or, right? Neither is superior to the other. They both have their benefits. You don't like fluffy pancakes? Oh, you gotta have good fluffy pancakes though. That's one thing that I wish I could do as a VTuber. Wish I could cook for people. Angel knows exactly what I'm talking about. I wish I could cook for people online without being like, all right, I ordered you Blue Apron. Follow the instructions, please. No, too much. Too little. Your dream with your girlfriend is to own a restaurant one day? That's cool. What kind of restaurant? My dream, I love how like people these days have dreams like that. She's vegetarian and I'm not. We don't know what to do with the restaurant then.
You could always make it like a little specialty restaurant that is neither, vegetarian or meat, by making it more of a specialty restaurant. Like just do bread or just do desserts, like ice cream or something like that. And then you can have a restaurant, but not have to worry about it being vegetarian or meat based. You know what I'm saying? Or just do like potatoes. Potatoes are good. It's not good with maple syrup because the texture is all weird when it's soaked. The texture does change when it's soaked. In Poland, we love potatoes. Yes. Potatoes in every meal and the drinks. Potatoes in everything. My partner and I want to open up a cafe eventually. See, and my wife and I want to open up a gallery, an art gallery. I love how people have these business dreams. It's so good. Get out of that corporate lifestyle. Open a proper business. I'm not going to make it back to Bargenberg in the next hour. No. I'm feeling it. Favorite alcohol. That's a broad one. Broad question. I really like beer. I will say that so far, I prefer American style beers like IPAs to German style beers, but I do love a good Hefeweizen, so I'm not mad about that. I don't like dark beers. You wish you liked beer? It's not for everyone. You're a rosé kind of person. Now, if we said favorite liquor, that's different because that would be tequila. I do love tequila. And I know that a lot of people can't handle it, but I love it and I can handle it. And it is so good. If I'm drinking liquor, I want to get drunk. And tequila does that really well. And plus, you can put it in margaritas, and it's great. I love tequila, but it doesn't love me. You are small. Oh, yes, you probably can't handle a whole lot of it. I have a lot of absorption, so high liquid absorption rate. You don't like much alcohol. Some of it are okay, just not good. Yeah, it can be a challenge to find an alcohol you like, but in my opinion, if there's not really an alcohol that you try and you're like, wow, this is really good, then it can be like not worth it to look too hard into it. Like, just don't worry about it. just drink what you like, whether it's soda or water or alcohol, right? Alcohol is even like a drug, but caffeine's a drug too, right? Caffeine and sugar are drugs. Yo, Dakota! Playing some Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Welcome back, Dakota. You stopped in earlier. As you can see, I'm still going. Not for too much longer, though. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Isaac Anzu. I'm here in we're almost done with hour 14, coming on to hour 15 of the stream, and we are talking about favorite foods, alcohol, and dinners and breakfasts. It's always a good topic. Always a fun topic. And yeah, the punishment wheel has kind of been forgotten. Red Sage OO, Alchemical Chaos Raid, thank you for the follow. Alchemical Chaos Raid. What were you doing in Wind Waker? Oh, but right, your new avatar is an alchemist. I remember that now. How's the alchemy biz going? Have you read the book The Alchemist? What aren't we doing in Wind Waker, lol? I just actually read a book called The Alchemist. It's by a Brazilian author, I think, somewhere in South America. And it was really good. Very life lesson-y, so I liked it, but you'd probably like it too, actually. What aren't we doing? What are and aren't you doing in Wind Waker? What can you do in Wind Waker? Sit down and read more books. I set a goal for myself to read a little bit every day, and I'm really glad I did, because I've read more books in the past few years than I've read like since high school. It's been good. I'm actually getting through a series. I don't know if anybody knows who Tamora Pierce is, but she writes some cool fantasy fiction books, and I'm actually getting through them, which is really wild, because it's been a while since I've actually read fantasy. Right now I'm looking for Koroks. I couldn't tell you exactly where we are simply because I've never played it before. Isn't that game huge? You love that author? You love Tamora Pierce? Hell yeah. Tamora Pierce is great. I have read the Alana series, the Dane series, the Calandry series, and I'm right in the middle of the Alley series. I'm apparently supposed to be reading them in order, and that is what I'm trying to do. My wife loves all the books, and so I've been reading a lot of them. You got past the Kobe jump? Congratulations. I have done that once and failed like 3 times as many times. So 3 times. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2. 3 times 3. Wait. 3 times 4 is 12, and 3 times 3 is 9, and 3 times 2 is 6. And 3 times 1 is 3, of course. 3. It's a magic number. That's what we're gonna put on. Schoolhouse Rock. Multiplication. They have the whole thing on here. Oh my god, they do. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a little window here. Make a little tiny window. You read the Alana series and the Immortals. Okay, I haven't read the Immortals yet, but the Alana series was the first one I read. All right, we're gonna make a little window. Yes. And we're gonna pause this dumb music, and we're going to listen to some good music. A good first choice. Yes. All right. That's enough of that. It's too much. What was that emote? Just dying, just being overwhelmed by the power. I don't know if I want to play this game again. I can fully admit that it is a good game. 16 hours in, I can say this is a good game. I don't know if it's for me. I don't know. It's powerful. This game is powerful. This game is strong. It requires strength of will. There's no cheesing in this game. There's no shorty cuts in this game. If you take a break and you come back, you'll probably do much better. I think so. I'm 15 and a half hours in. I'm almost there. I gotta get to the end. Gotta make it to the end of the stream, baby. Gotta make it to the end of the stream, baby. Streaming. USA. Yeah, it's like I've been playing so long, my vision is starting to blur a little bit. Oh boy. I got twice as far in my 1 hour return than I've ever gotten before. No, that's legit. How long do I plan on going? The plan is to hit 16 hours. Will I do that? I guess I don't have to. Right? Have I done enough? Have I conquered? No. No, you know what? I haven't conquered. It's just you and me, old man. It's you and me at the bottom of this pit. You remind me of this really sour guy that passed by once. Apparently, he had calculated a strategy to get to the pit. He probably gave up too. I mean, took a break. Phew. Silence, old man. Yeah, I think that this is a good enough time to stop. What a stream. What a game. How's everyone doing? There's a lot of cats here. Who streams at these times? I have actually no idea who streams. Who do I even know? Oh, Barry the Bugbear is still going. Nice, nice. We rated him once. I do want to see if there's someone else that I know. Oh, Grandpa's doing a stream. Oh, Grandpa. Grandpa's great. These are people who are not in need of raids. I like to raid small people if I can. But we can raid someone larger if there's no one else doing like Elden Ring or someone I recognize. Oh, Roy. Okay, that's probably who we're gonna raid. Oh, or cookies for animation. I don't know. No one's got any opinions? That's fine. It's 15 and a half hours into the stream. Oh, Dearly Beloved too. Dearly Beloved just started. Okay. We're gonna go 5 minutes in. We're gonna go raid Dearly Beloved because she's super cool and she just started. Dearly Beloved. All right, everyone. This is where the Jump King stream ends. Started at the bottom. Now we're at the bottom. Thank you so much for joining. This has been a crazy stream. I had a lot of fun with it. I got to practice my uwu voice a lot. But for now, we will see each other next time. My name's Isaac Anzu. Almost made it to 16 hours, but you gotta listen to what your heart says. My heart says I'm tired as hell. So I'm gonna go to bed. Bye, everyone.